Danica is with us in Tacoma, Washington. Hi, Danica. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Okay, so my question was, we're looking to move into a different rental, and people are saying, well, why don't you just buy? So what is your argument against renting versus buying when your rent can be more, if not the same as a mortgage, taxes, and house insurance?
Well, renting, if the payment is similar, is cheaper because you don't have increases in insurance and taxes and you don't have maintenance. See, if you buy a home and your payment's the same and the heat and air goes out, that's a $5,000 item. If you rent a home and your payment's the same and the heat and air goes out, the landlord fixes it. So that's the reality. So oftentimes on the short run, owning a home is not cheaper, even if the payment is cheaper than renting, because you've got maintenance and other issues involved. You have to do all the stuff that really, I mean, if you look down and roaches run across the floor, you got to call an exterminator, and you're going to pay several $100s maybe. And, you're not going to, if you look down, roaches run across the floor, and, you call your landlord if you're a renter. So there's all these things that people don't think about. I believe in home ownership, and I want you to, and over the course of your life, over the course of a lengthy period of time, it's there. But monthly cash flow, it's never cheaper to own. Unless, of course, you paid 100% down and, you own the thing and you have no payment at all. But I'm saying, if you're trying to compare payments like that. Now, I do want you to move towards owning a home, and we teach people to do that in a way where the home is a blessing and not a curse. When you buy a house you can't afford, when broke people buy a house, you know what it makes? It makes them broker because of what I'm talking about here. And so, when you have no money and you buy a house, the house is a curse. You don't want to do that. So I want you to get out of debt, have a good emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and then have a good down payment before you buy. And then when you buy, the house will be a blessing. But if you move in that house and you got a student loan and you got a car payment and you have zero money and you just barely got in with some kind of creative financing crap, as soon as you move in, the dishwasher will go out and the next week the heat and air will go out. I mean, you're asking for your life to look like a country song. And that's...
And warranties don't, like the 2-year house warranties don't cover that kind of stuff if you're paying for a warranty?
No, they don't cover. I mean, they cover some things, but you're going to pay for that too.
Right. That's
not free. And so, you're going to get yourself in a mess if you buy a house when you're broke. So get yourself squared around, get a good solid foundation under you, 3 to 6 months of expenses saved for emergencies, plus a down payment, and be debt free. And then the house will be a blessing. Put it on a 15-year or less, where the payment is on a fixed rate, where the payment is no more than 1/4 of your take-home pay. And then the house will go up in value, and if you have some monthly costs and it costs you a little bit more this year and next year than renting would have cost you, it's okay. You'll get it back in the long run, because as rents go up, yours won't go up. You don't have the increases, and you'll be able to reap the rewards of homeownership as the value goes up, of course, later on. But just don't believe the mythology that the cash flow is as simple as comparing rent to your payment. There's a lot more to it than that. And that's a very naive math formula that people use to rationalize and justify the fact that they got house fever and I want to buy a house, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a house. And, I believe in houses. I want you to get a house. I just don't want your house to get you.
Hey guys, Rachel Cruz here. Hope you enjoyed that video from the Dave Ramsey Show. If you want to watch another great video, check out my video, 3 Things You Should Consider Renting, right over here, or click the link in the description below.